7 to 10 days. So if you do the saved version of it, it should, be changed every 10 days or so. All right, let's start with a little bit of shoulder roll. Right, loosen up the shoulders. Just that little warm up to get us started. And roll them forward. You got it. Welcome, Nancy. Nice. And bring the arms up overhead, those little side bends. Just start to think about sitting near the edge of your chair. Core pulled in, sitting nice and tall. Core warm-up's always very similar. Nice, one more. And then we'll take our reach. You're looking at reaching one arm behind you as you reach the other one across. You got it right there. Awesome, Cheryl, looks great. Carla. Oh, here comes Amy. Hey, Amy. So I guess this means you're feeling better, yay. A little more time right here, and let's come into those little knee hugs. Warm up the hip joints. And then remember this first section that we're going into, those weights are optional. I would go with the lighter set because it's 16 straight minutes of more cardio focus. So light weights or no weights. You got it right here. Let's take just a couple of front kicks to continue to warm those legs up. All right, so throughout the class, we want to try to sit nice and tall. We're going to run our moves about 1 minute each. So you have kind of plenty of time. It's self-paced. You want to go a little faster, go a little faster, a little slower, go a little slower. If you want to stand, you could stand, right? Most everything could be done seated or standing. All right, my friends, shake it out. If you are using the weights, go for your lighter set. We're going to start with a march and the pumping of our arms at our side. So march and pump. So each move, we have 8 moves. We'll do them all one time through, and then we'll repeat the 8 moves. In that second portion of class, you'll have that option to grab some weights, heavier weights, or weights in general if you're going weight-free this first half. And we'll do a little more strength work. All right, you got it. So you're in charge of your pace. Awesome, Amy. Looks great, Eileen, and welcome, by the way. You got it. Awesome, Medora. Where's Fran? I hope Fran makes her way in. Nice. I see your head, Mom. That's all my mom will let me see is the top of her head. You got it right here. 15 more seconds to go. We're going to do a little side heel dig with a double or single arm front punch, front reach. You got it. In 3, 2, and 1. It looks like this. So I'm digging that heel out to the side, pulling those elbows in, pushing them out. Now I could alternate, right? So I could alternate this as well, or double. Anytime those weights get too heavy, remember you can drop them. And you can see I'm doing this little kind of pull and push. So the palm rotates, palm towards me, palm down. You got it right there, perfect. And then remember, keep reminding yourself to sit nice and tall. I get lazy, I start feeling myself, scrunch down. You got it anytime you want, single arm it. You got it. And if it's feeling good, double arm. 15 seconds. We're gonna come into that 4 little street fights to one side with the option to stand to sit in the middle. Remember, you can keep that option out and just street fight. I'll show you all of it. 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna go down 4, 3, 2, 1. Options, stand, sit, other side. Now, if there's any reason the standing and sitting does not work for you, right? Knee issues, back issues, ankle issues, whatever the reason, you just stick to this side to side 4 punches, right? So you do not have to put that stand to sit in there. That's optional. We're just gonna work those legs a little bit more. You got it. Nice. Gets us that little squat in there. That's it. Perfect, Nancy. You got it. Hang in here. Awesome, Medora. 15 seconds to go. Nice. We have a little bit of a combo move coming up right here. So we're going to go side punch 4 times, tapping that foot side to side. And then we have 4 crazy jacks. 4, 3, 2, 1. Punch, 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 punch. Crazy jacks. Now, remember on our crazy jacks, we don't have to lift those feet in the air. So we could crazy jack here, tapping the toes out. I guess that would be a regular jack, not so much a crazy jack. But you've got those options. Punch 4 times, 4 versions of your jack. You got it, awesome. You all are amazing. And then I could just always tap those toes down anytime I need to. It's 4 and 4. You got it right there. 8 to go, 8 seconds to go. We're gonna do a little weight tap or clap if you're not using weights under the knee. Looks like this. Reach, reach, reach. So as you try to tap those weights under the knees, I'm getting this little bit of crunch through my abs. Crunch, crunch, crunch. If you're not holding weights, no problem. Just clap those hands. You got it. Crunch, crunch. Nice. Right there. It looks great, Carla. You got it. Where's Jen? My cousin usually comes to this class too. Maybe she'll make her way in. Right here. Come on, hang on. Use those abs. You're gonna feel those abs. Now remember, you're in control, so you could go a little faster. You could go a little slower. Find that pace that works for you. 10 seconds. We have our jump rope. With or without the weights, right? But we're gonna kind of pretend we're swinging that rope to the side. 2 and 1. So here's our good old regular jump rope. So I'm tapping both feet up and down at the same time. I could kind of march my feet, quick feet here, right? Or I can keep them both going. If my legs need a break, I can work just my arms. If my arms need a break, I can work just my legs, or I work it all. Now we're swinging that rope forward. We're gonna take that rope backwards for backwards jumps right here. Reverse those arm circles. You got it. And then keep pulling yourself back up to the edge of that chair, keeping that chest lifted. We've got 2 more moves. We'll get a little 30-second break. We'll do all of these moves again. And that heart rate is going up. We've got some uppercuts and some hooks coming up. So all about that upper body. In 5, 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna uppercut. So we're gonna take the legs out wide, hook, 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 uppercut. So a little bit of a lean forward as you uppercut. So I'm challenging that balance just a bit, leaning forward on my chair and coming into those hooks. You got it right there. Awesome, looks great, Amy. So if you are recovering, right, from an illness, from a surgery, take your time, be easy, right? It's all about self-pace. You got it, Cheryl. Awesome, Marty. Nice. And then we're gonna finish up this first round coming up in about 12 seconds with our little speed bags and those 2 back kicks. We can do it seated. Right? You're always welcome to stand up anytime you want, but it is designed to be able to do everything seated. Looks like this. We're gonna speed bag 4, kick, kick, speed bag, kick, tap, kick, speed bag, kick, tap, kick. You got it. And then you can work that pace. Now, if you wanted, you could kick, kick without tapping down, kick, kick, right? So you could take that tap out, kick, kick, and hold that balance a little bit more without taking the tap. You got it, yep, and standing works totally also. Nice, side to side, 15 seconds, and if you just a little 30-second break, just enough to kind of take a quick drink. Nice. Right here, and just to shake the arms out just a bit. And break right there. So super quick drink if you need it. We're gonna do those 8 moves again. Remember, you are in charge of your pace. So maybe you did it the first round without weights and you're like, oh, I could do a little bit more. Maybe you went a little lighter weights and you're like, oh, I'm gonna try a little bit heavier weights. Maybe you used weights and you need to back it off. Learn to listen to your body. Challenge with, not killing yourselves. All right, we start back with that march and arm pump. Let's go right here. March and pump. So, right, I could go really fast. I could march and pump super fast. I could see a little bit slower. I could drop my weights. I could add heavier weights. In that place where you can feel that your heart rate goes up a bit, right? That you're like, oh, I can't carry long sentences because I need to take a breath. That's how our cardiorespiratory fitness is going to increase. Awesome, Nancy looks great. Medora, you got it. And those hill digs coming up. We're going to hill dig it to the front this time. We hill dig to the side last time, so just a little switch up. We'll still take the front punch, single or double. Awesome, Amy. You look great. You got it, Carla. 2 and 1. So here's that heel dig. Last time I took it to the side, I'm just going to take it to the front this time. Set nice and tall. You saw me, I was like hunching back. Set tall, option, single arm. You got it, or double. Pull those elbows down to your sides. So slow motion, I'm coming in and pushing out, in and pushing out. You got it right there. Nice. So we're doing all these moves a second time, and then you'll have that option to grab a little bit heavier weight if you like. And we'll have about 6 minutes, 8 minutes of strength work. You got it right here. That street fight, those 4 punches down to stand, sit, coming up in 12. Ooh, I'm gonna have to turn my fan on here in a second. It is heating up in here. 3, 2, and 1. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to stand, sit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand and sit. You got it. Keep going right there. I'm just flipping my fan on, turning my air down. I had my door open because it's really nice outside, but I closed it. It got warm in here. Punch, 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 punch. Make those punches count, right? You're using those back muscles, using those triceps, making your punch count. You got it right here. Nice. And then we have the cross body punch and those crazy jacks. I'm gonna give you a little variation again, just, changing things up just a tiny bit this second side. Instead of alternating on our cross punches, we're gonna do 4 to one side and then 4 to the other with crazy jacks in the middle. Coming up right here. So it's 4, 3, 2, 1, crazy jacks. And then 4, 3, 2, 1, crazy jacks. So on those punches, I'm pushing out and in 4 times, crazy jacks. Remember, my feet don't have to leave the ground on my crazy jacks. 4, 3, 2, 1, jack. So almost the same, just a little bit of variety. Awesome, Eileen. And then those crazy jacks, if you like, kicking those feet in the air. It's like riding cowgirl. Nice. You got it. That's it, Nancy. Stay strong. This team is amazing. We're hitting that halfway point in class right here. We're just under, or we're over halfway of our cardio, but just under halfway of the second side. Nice, you got it. 6 seconds right here. And then we're gonna take that weight under the knee. Here we go, right here. Crunch, crunch. So that side view, right? I'm pulling those abs in. It's like, I'm showing my muscles, right? Show your muscles each time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. That incredible Hulk. You got it right there. Nice. And we have 3 more moves, cardio moves coming. So about 3.5 minutes of cardio. Give you that quick little break to go with a little heavier weights if you choose. You got it. Now, if you're starting to get really tired, that's a good sign. That means you're working, you're challenging yourself. Just let yourself slow down a little bit. And then if you feel like you're starting to recover, pick it back up. Right, so you're always in control. We want to start to feel a little bit tired, but we want to be consistent. We want to make our way through. So you can slow down a little bit if you need to. Here comes that jump rope, right? So remember, if you need to, just tap those feet. You could also do just the arms, just the feet, right? Or the combo. You got it right here. Nice. That is a beautiful tree out your back door, Marty. That is gorgeous. You got it right here. We're going to reverse the arms, reverse the direction of the arms, a little back. Those legs get tired, right? March them, rest them, or keep them going. That's it. Awesome, Carlo. Love it, Cheryl. You got it. Eileen, Amy, rocking it out. I know my mom's doing it. She's down there. She's doing it. She's not drinking Diet Coke, right? She told me she was just going to put me on. She lives on a farm. She's like, I'm just going to put you on the TV and let the cows do it. We'll see if the cows are doing it. 2 and 1. Here we go. Uppercuts. So 4 uppercuts, 4 cross hooks. Hook or cut, 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 hook, 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 hook. Drive it up, working those biceps, working those shoulders. I can go slower or faster. Now I want you to imagine that you're hitting like a boxing bag. So when it hits, you get that little bit of that ricochet. So that strong hit, 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 hit. So think about hitting that boxing bag with a little bit of force. It's going to make those muscles work a little bit stronger. You've got it, Eileen. Oh, I should have put my hair up. It is getting wet. We got it, my friends. So my hair has gotten so long, can't cut it. No salons open. I'm also starting to get a little gray popping up in there. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Speed back. 4, kick, kick, 4, kick, kick. You can take that tap down or kick, kick. Tap down or just keep that leg up for double kicks. Nice. I am glad my hair, I had let my hair start growing out before this happened because I, for years, have kept my hair really, really short. And you know, really short hair has to get haircuts often. I can imagine my son's hair is getting so long. I'm like, wow, he usually keeps this super short. All right, we got it right here. Nice side to side into those kicks. You got it, you're almost there. 8 seconds to go. Get that little water break. 2 and 1. All right, shake it off a little bit, grab a drink of water. And then of course you can use the same size weights, but if you have something a little bit heavier, you might want to challenge yourself a bit. We have 4 moves. We're going to work our biceps, our triceps, our back muscles, and our chest muscles 2 times each. So 8 minutes of strength. So I'm going to shake the arms out. So I'm going to switch to my 5-pound weights. We'll see if I make it through the whole time with 5 pounds. All right, here we go. We're just going to start with some good old basic bicep curls. Okay, curl, curl. So if you wanted to jazz things up a bit, maybe you want to stand up, you can. Yeah, it's always an option to stand up. If you're like, ooh, I want to really test my strength, maybe we're going to bicep open, extend. So I could curl halfway open, extend. Just a little variation, right? Or I can stick here with these basic bicep curls. It's a full minute, so you're going to start to feel that. But I like to occasionally throw in a little variation. Maybe I add the extension 2, 3 times, whatever feels normal to you. You feel that little extra burn and you go back just to your regular biceps. And then maybe you challenge yourself to take a couple of more of those extensions. You got it right here. 5 seconds. We're going to go with tricep overheads. So we're going to take the weights up overhead. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see that. I'm going to drop those weights towards my shoulders and squeeze them up. I am trying to squeeze my elbows in towards my ears, pull my navel into my spine, and sit nice and tall. Now, I'm letting my weights touch each other. I can make this a little bit harder by not letting the weights touch. So I can keep the weights here, or I can separate them a little bit, which makes it a little bit harder. Makes it a little harder to control if those weights don't touch each other. Because when I touch them, I'm letting my strong side compensate a little bit for my little bit weaker side. And when they don't touch, both sides have to work equally. All right, you got it right here, 8 seconds. We're gonna go into our row fly. Coming up, 3, 2, 1. So this is where we're gonna lean forward. We're gonna row the elbows close and fly them out to the side. Close and open. Now you're in control of how much you lean forward. So if I have that flexibility, right, it's gonna be a little bit more work the more I lean forward. I can take it just at this little bit of an angle. So find that place. Now feet, knees, calves all squeezed together. That's gonna be a little bit more balance than if I take my feet a little bit wider. It's gonna require a little less balance to have those feet wide. You got it. Now coming up, we have our push-up variations. So I'm gonna show you the push-ups with our weights first, the air push-ups. And then of course you have the option to come to a wall or use your chair, or you could come to the floor if you choose. 2 and 1. So here's our air push-ups. We're in that push-up position. Push and pull, push and pull. 5 pounds gets heavy really fast on this one. So you could even drop the weight. You could go lighter, or you have that option. You could come over to a wall, right? Push up on your wall, or if your chair is steady and it won't slide, mine's steady on my mat, I could do my push-ups here. I could even come to my knees and do my push-ups here. So you have those different options for your push-ups. Whatever works best for you. So knees that are painful, coming down onto your knees is not gonna feel good, right? So maybe you take a wall, maybe you take these air push-ups. You got it, right there. Try to keep those elbows shoulder height. Try to keep those arms parallel. We got it, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out here just for about 15 seconds. We're gonna do that again. We're gonna add a little bit of variation to it. So on our bicep curl, this time we're gonna hammer curl. Means the palm faces the side. We're gonna hammer curl narrow, hammer curl out wide. Narrow and wide. You got it right there. So just adding a little bit of variety. Those elbows are gonna stay right there, hugging your rib cage. Nice, set nice and tall. Now, if anybody wants to add a little bit more challenge to their core, lift one leg for about 4 of those. And then switch for about 4. All right, so you can alternate lifting a leg. That's of course gonna make your abs work even harder. And you could do it for 2, you could do it for 4, right? It's really just kind of up to you. Just taking that little alternating 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna take our triceps. Now you're gonna need to turn sideways in your chair so you don't hit the back of our chair. We're gonna lean over a little bit and kick those arms back, back. So you could do one arm at a time and then turn and do the other arm. Or if you can set sideways in your chair there a little bit, or you could stand up. Yeah, if you have a chair, I lean with arms on it and they kind of get in the way. You can always take a stand here and get those triceps. If none of that works, you can take those tricep overheads again. No problem with that. Just giving you a little bit of variety. Now, as you're doing these kickbacks, I want you to think about your shoulder. Try not to let it pull up towards your ear. Try to keep those shoulders pulled down low. You got it right there. Nice. And then we have our row fly coming up. Really nothing fancy. We're just going to do the same thing. You know what? I'll give you one little piece to add to if you like. All right, so into that row fly. We lean forward, we row, we fly. Now, if you want, you could step back up, lean back, row, fly, pull tall, and lean. So if you're taking that little lean piece in here, what I want you to think about is when you lean forward, it's this nice long spine. And then when you come up, the same thing, the hinge is right here. So you get a little bit of a glute squeeze to lift you up. So we don't want to come forward and then, you know, do this round up. And we don't want to round up. We want to lean forward, row, fly, squeeze up, down, row, fly. And that'll bring a little more work into the low back. If that bothers your low back, of course, you don't have to come up and down. You can stay right here. You got it. Nice. The lower you lean, the more work it's going to be to pull it back up. All right, here we go. Last strength move. We have those push-ups, air push-ups with or without your weights, your chair push-ups, your wall push-ups, whatever you choose right here. We had a pretty full workout, so we won't really have time for balance work today. Lots of times I give you a little balance work at the end, but today we won't do our balance. This will take us down to about 2.5 minutes. What am I doing? I'm still doing rows and flies. So this will take us about 2.5 minutes left. We'll stretch out those last 2.5 minutes. If you want to stand to do some of the stretches, that will practice your balance a bit. But I'll show you in the chair as well. You got it, my friends, right here, 10 seconds. Ooh, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, shake it out. So we're gonna start with a little arm stretch because that's what we finished with working. Just grab one arm, pull it across the body. Oh, stretch it across, try to pull your shoulder down. Pull that stretch right up around the shoulder. And we'll take this arm up like you're gonna pat yourself on the back and open. You're opening the chest, you're stretching down that tricep. Nice. Release, we'll take that across the other side. Pull across. And just try to pull the shoulder down away from the ear. Feel that stretch even in your neck a bit. And we'll take it up, we'll pat ourselves on the back. Little tricep stretch there. Nice. And then just reach those arms straight out. Rotate your thumbs down. Reach through your fingers. Rotate your thumbs up and around behind you. Reach through your fingers. Feel that stretch through your biceps. And then we'll reach those hands behind our back. Open our chest. So quite a bit of an upper body stretch today. We don't always stretch our upper body as much, but we did all of that strength work at the end. And then we'll finish with that seated 4 stretch, or you could stand up and practice your balance. So one ankle over the knee, gently pressing away. And if you lean forward, that's going to deepen the stretch. You'll feel it in your hamstring a bit, you'll feel it in your glute, or even get in your quad a bit. Nice leg stretch. And we're going to hold each one of these about 30 seconds. Flex your foot a little bit. That'll even release the calf. So you're probably feeling most of the stretch in the glute because that's where we tend to be the tightest, but you are actually stretching your calf. You're getting a little bit of hamstring, a little bit of quad here also. Nice. And then we'll come up on up and get that other side. Press that ankle over, press down, press in, and lean forward. You got it right there. So thank y'all so much for joining me for another day. I see you popped in, Sinette. You might have had the time wrong, or maybe you just popped in for this stretch because we are almost done. But I did record, so I'll get this recording sent to Rochelle. She'll get it up and loaded sometime within the next week. And there is one up there. So I try to record about once a week. Get them up every 7 to 10 days. So you get a fresh one. Right there. And we are officially out of time. Thank you so much, my friends, for joining me. I'm going to unrecord, stop the recording, and then I'll unmute you. So if you have a